Today I want to talk about some of the best budget multi-tools. These will be around $50 or under, and they will also be around the 4-inch frame size or under. Now, one of the first ones I want to talk about is actually the Roxon Spark. Now, a lot of times we talk about the Roxon Flash, but this one is the older design, the forerunner to the Flash rather, and the Spark actually comes in around $24. Now, with the Spark, you get these spring-loaded pliers. You get all the tools on the outside besides the pliers. You get this pocket clip, fairly ergonomic frame. Yes, the tool set on the inside looks a bit more dated. It has the Phillips screwdriver, can opener, the bottle opener, the awl, and then with this right here, you can unlock the tools. They are locking. Now on this side is the knife, which is fairly large right there. And then on this side is the saw, and then you have your whistle and the ferrule rod, which actually is fairly secure on this handle. So for around $24, I feel like the Roxon Spark offers a lot for those not worried about knife steals. If you want upgraded materials and that is something you worry about a lot, then definitely check out the Roxon Flash. Now, one of the most recognizable multi-tools in the pocketable EDC realm is the SOG PowerPint, and for very good reason. This is extremely light, has a 1/4-inch bit driver on the end. It has a great compound leverage system. In essence, it's almost like a fidget toy because it works so good. It has this knife, and then it has the awl, the micro driver, the rope cutter, the file, and then on the other side, you've got your scissors, the serrated blade, can opener, Phillips screwdriver, and the bottle opener, and a great pocket clip. This is so pocketable. Sometimes on Walmart, I see this for $20. I think on Amazon, it's around $35. Definitely a great bargain, something you really need to check out. Now, the next tool I want to talk about is actually a stand-in for a whole category of tools. So in this category, Byberry has made so many different wave clones, different styles, different handles. And so in this category, make sure to check out the different styles and see which one works best. This is one of the latest ones they have sent to the channel. So I'm going to review this, but it is not the cheapest, so make sure to keep that in mind. This is the BI2038C. So one of the cool things about this Byberry is I like how they redesigned the handles. So instead of some of the large gaps that some people might have got a little frustrated with or not like the design as well, these do remind me a lot more of the Leatherman Signal, and they do have that gray, almost like a titanium color. Now on the outside, we have all the locking implements. So there is the knife. There will be the 3-sided file with the diamond file. And then on this side, one of the tools I really like is this serrated blade with the cutter. I think that cutter is a great idea. And obviously they got that from the Leatherman Charge, and then there is the saw. Now on the inside, we have a very nice set of pliers right here. This is the replaceable wire cutters, and then at the bottom, the crimpers. I like the ruler markings, and then this full 1/4-inch bit driver, the double-sided bit with a ball detent, and then on the inside, fairly normal tool set right here, the large screwdriver, the scissors, the awl. The awl might look a little bit different right here. And then the can opener and the wire stripper right here at the bottom. So I think this comes in on sale sometimes for around $29. So pretty nice tool from Byberry. This again is their new BI2038C. Before we move on, I do want to show you the specific pouch they sent. This one has the clip on the back. It has these double-sided bits that come with it, not only the flat bits, but some Torx bits, and then a Phillips and a small flat bit that are a little bit smaller than the one included. So that's what you get with the Byberry. Part of this list is also including multi-tools that I really like myself. So this next one is actually the SOG Flash MT. This will be a little bit more expensive at $47, but essentially what you are getting is SOG's take on the skeletal. So while Leatherman will charge, what, $89 or so for some of its more premium skeletals. This one right here comes in at $47. It does have the 4mm bit driver right here, and then you have the driver right there. So the bit is right here, the driver is at the end. And then again, we have this compound leverage system, almost like a tuxedo version right here with the black and the gray. And then on this other side, there's the spring-assisted knife right here that you can flick open. If you so desire, you can lock that as well. And then on here, we have the bottle opener and the screwdriver. So it's a very minimalist tool. I know a lot of you have talked about, hey, what about a minimalist tool with this or that? And this SOG Flash MT might be something similar to what you're looking for only $47. Now, if we're talking about budget pocketable EDC, the WorkPro, I believe this is the 18-in-1. This is the older version. This comes in routinely about $20, so fantastic value. It will be one of the heaviest in the lot though, so there is a weight trade-off. Now there's the knife right here, and again, these will all be locking. There is the three-sided file, the diamond file, which is pretty nice, the serrated blade, and then the pretty aggressive saw blade right there. And then once we open this up, there is no replaceable wire cutters. There is a crimper slot, but there is spring-loaded pliers, so some people will like that. Now, one of the things that I miss from this the most is the bit driver, but you do have a micro Phillips and a large Phillips that sort of combine all into one. You've got this rope cutter that I guess it's okay. And then there is the scissors, the large screwdriver, and the can opener wire stripping notch at the bottom. So you get this whole package for around $20. And if you want to know one of the best budget bargains on Amazon, usually it is the WorkPro 18-in-1. However, there are some even cheaper, and I have some on the way that I plan to review soon. Now, the next tool I want to talk about is the SOG PowerAccess. This is one of my favorite tools from SOG. This is extremely lightweight. It has a compound leverage system. It has the 1/4-inch bit driver on the back, and then it has all outside opening tools with a great pocket clip. Now, this is one of the best tools. If you already have a pocket knife, this is a fantastic tool to accompany your pocket knife or your fixed blade, whatever you prefer to carry. It's got a very thin blade that I won't necessarily trust to handle all the duties you need all during the day. It has the micro driver, the awl, and then a large screwdriver. And sometimes this almost seems like it's more of a chisel, but almost like a chisel screwdriver there. And then it has the file, the can opener, or the bottle opener rather, and then the Phillips screwdriver and the can opener on this side. I really like the SOG PowerAccess. Now this comes in different times at only $47 as well. And later on we'll weigh all these tools, but I think this is a huge bargain. If you remember, I've talked about SOG becoming more of like a bargain brand because they don't seem to raise their prices much with inflation. They pretty much keep them the same. And so now all the other brands are flying by. Even Nextool has their Nextorch Pioneer that's fairly expensive. And SOG has a lot cheaper tools. All right, so let's move on to the Rocktol GenR. Probably you guessed that this would be on the list. It's got this great pocket clip. It has the serrated blade with that gut hook right there, and then the scissors. All these tools will lock as well. It's got the VG10 blade, and then on this side, we again have the very aggressive saw blade. Now on the inside, we have more like the Leatherman Arc style pliers, the replaceable cutters, and the crimper at the bottom. A great 1/4-inch bit driver with replaceable bits. It does have ruler markings. And then with this one right here, it does have the diamond file, although it's very small. The other file on the other side, we've got the awl, the micro driver, the wire stripper, can opener, and the very large screwdriver. So a lot of tools are packed into this, and I have seen this go for under $40. I think recently I saw it go for around $37, but when it's not on sale, it sits around $40 to $50, which is still a pretty good bargain considering it does have the upgraded blade steel, and it's a very well put together tool. Now, one of the tools you might not have thought about is the Roxon M2, and I feel like this gets overlooked a lot, but it does have a lot of pretty nice tools. It has the spring-loaded pliers right here. It does have the glass opener, and then on this side right here, we can open this up, and it does have a very large set of scissors for the size of the tool. And then when we close this up, we've got a lot of internal tools. There is this package opener, the bottle opener, the can openers on this side. It's got this knife blade of sorts, or an awl, I think actually. This sort of reminds me more of a knife blade, but I think it's the awl. And then on this side is the larger knife blade. Now on the other side, we've got some other tools. We've got a SIM card tool on the inside right here, or this micro flat screwdriver, and then we've got this Phillips screwdriver, and then a nail tool and file of sorts. So the M2 is a pretty nice tool. It does come in around $30, so make sure to check that out. Now the next tool we need to talk about is the Mossy Oak. Now this is the Mossy Oak, the G10 version. This will be another bit of a heavy tool. It does have the replaceable pocket clip. Again, the saw on the outside. This will not have the diamond file. It will have the ruler on one side, the file on the other, a fairly average knife blade, and then the scissors. These tools will be locking, but the big thing that is the difference on this one that makes it so valuable is the CNC machine plier head. That makes it perhaps one of the strongest plier heads on the market. So replaceable wire cutters. It does have the slot where you could crimp at the bottom. Then on the inside, this will be a little bit more like Leatherman, with the Leatherman bit driver on the opposite side, the bit driver. And then it has the scraper and the wire stripper on the inside. And then on this side, we have the cutter, the can opener, and the awl. This will be a little bit of a different awl as well. No ruler markings on here, but again, for the price of around $35, I think this is a very good tool. And with G10, the darker the better probably, because I've noticed with my Leatherman Alpha, it shows up dirt a lot. And so these black scales will come in very handy. Now I had to sneak one more SOG multi-tool in, so this will probably be number 11, because number 10 will be another keychain multi-tool, but this right here is the SOG Aegis, and this one right here is such a great little tool. It's spring-loaded compound leverage system. It's got these big wire cutters right here for fishermen, I guess, and then it has this bottle opener. It's just a very minimalist tool, weighing hardly anything at all. And if you want pliers, a bottle opener, and then it does have these tweezers and a knife. That's basically all it is in a very compact package. This might be for you. Now, this will be sometime somewhere around $35. The SOG on their website will charge a lot more. So recently I've seen this very reduced, so make sure not to miss out on this one. So with this list, I wanted to make clear that I'm not ranking these from 1 to 10. It's just all these are in the top 10 of the Nextool. F12 is definitely in there. This is the mini flagship. This is a fantastic tool that I really like. Nextool just gave this to the channel. And this has the glow in the dark marker right here on the scissor handle. They've upgraded the pliers. They have upgraded the outside implements. There is the bottle opener and the screwdriver. The knife has been upgraded. The file has been upgraded right there, the double-sided file. And then the scissors have been upgraded, and now they have actually serrations on them. And in the cutting test, they did extremely well. And I even like this small pocket clip right here and the key ring right there. These are a fantastic set of pliers. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive. These are around $34. The last I looked, some people were saying these were not in stock and that they may be in stock next month, but these are fantastic. So make sure to keep checking these out. And when they become available, buy one of these because these are great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and weigh all these. Hopefully you can see the numbers on the screen. We're going to start with the GenR in ounces. It comes in at 9.7 ounces. And then when we put the Mossy Oak on here, it comes in at 9.6 ounces. Now, Byberry's new tool will come in at 9.3 ounces. And then the WorkPro is actually one of the heaviest at 9.7 ounces. The Roxon Spark will come in at 8.2 ounces, so not too bad. This is where SOG shines because this comes in at only 6.2 ounces. Very, very, very light. The Flash MT, 4.8 ounces, and the PowerPint even less at 4.3 ounces. The Roxon M2 will be a little hefty for a keychain tool at 4.1 ounces. The SOG Aegis is only 2.7 ounces. And then the Nextool is 2.8 ounces right there as well. Now for those in most every other country besides the US, let's do this in grams. Now the SOG Aegis will come in at 75 grams. Nextool will come in at 80 grams, and then the Rocktol will come in at 118 grams right there. Now the PowerPint will come in at 120 grams. SOG Flash MT, 136 grams, and then the SOG PowerAccess will come in at 175 grams. Roxon's Spark will come in at 230 grams. The WorkPro, a whopping 274. Byberry, 262. Mossy Oak G10, 272. The Rocktol GenR, 275 grams. I hope you've liked this list, and make sure to add some of the ones that you feel like I've missed and the ones that you feel like should have been on this list. Great budget multi-tools. There didn't used to be near as many as there are anymore, and definitely I'm seeing a shift in which brands are budget and which are more premium.